Hello, my dear ones. This is a timeless, near personal love and spirituality reading for whomever is guided to watch it, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. Take note that the reading can be in reversed for some of you. And I have heard that some people do not longer get notification for my videos, even if they have chosen to have the notification bell on, and I'm so sorry for that. And I put up a troubleshoot on the community section to solve this, and you can also write comments there and tell me about your issue, so YouTube can do a more thorough investigation what is the problem. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Aquarius and Pisces season that is up, or the pick a card reading and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the OSHO Zen Tarot with Ma Deva Padma. And when I open your deck here, I see maturity together with healing. So it seems like a situation where you have started to take a real solid step towards healing yourself, okay? You have really started to take your personal happiness, like you have started to take responsibility for your personal happiness, your healing, your spiritual growth. For some of you, there might even be some kind of love story going on with a new ignition in love, or maybe meeting someone new that might really warm your heart. So I pull the divine with love and light. And here we have another ace, and it's the Ace of Swords, consciousness, together with maturity. So again, we see this, how you have consciously taking really logic and healthy steps towards improving your life. Sometimes with the Ace of Swords, it's not that easy. Like the road isn't that easy. It's like blood, sweat and tears, victory at last. But here it's like you really are trying to keep yourself awake. So when you're middle of, for example, a dramatic situation where a lot of emotions might come up, like with the King of Cups, you keep yourself awake to understand what is happening within yourself. So it's like you're keeping eye on yourself. So both in your mind is a new start, and this is giving also a new start in your physical 3D manifestation. So that's a good thing. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and we have ordinariness, 8 of Pentacles with maturity in the reverse. So this combination shows to me that you don't know anything about your success. You might have realized that, yes, I have done a lot of solid and smart choices the last period of time, or the last year or years. But I haven't really seen any result of it. And it might be that you have lost a little perspective, and you can't really see how far you have come. But it's almost like there's a little bit desert period, and you're not feeling like you're really rewarded for your great efforts, and life can look a little bit pale and maybe a little bit boring. Maybe your nighttime dreams are funnier than your actual daytime dream, your real life dream. So 6 elements, and here we have the Thunderbolt together with maturity. So it seems like something might come and shake things up a little bit to make it a little bit more exciting for you. Either this is a good thing or a bad thing. Here with the Thunderbolt, it's like some kind of surprise, okay? It might be a surprising message, since we had the King of Cups and the Ace of Swords, or it might be a surprise change of course, like something change of course of direction. Something is happening. Maybe it might look like an unfortunate event on the surface of things, but it's really, it might be like a last help here from the universe to put you on on your highest path towards your highest destiny, like a last push into the right corner. So it might be that something might look like, oh no, this is really going south. Now things are really looking, it's looking like it's going to get worse, but it's actually a help to this new beginning of yours, because sometimes people, or often we are too comfortable. So even if we don't super like where we are, we don't really do anything about it as long as it's kind of comfortable and our bed isn't on fire. So it might be that the divine needs to put your bed a little bit on fire to make you maybe move out of where you are. That's not exactly where you are supposed to end up. And we have this receptivity here, which is the Queen of Cups. So try to stay attuned, try to listen, even if it's painful energies that's coming through. Try to heed the message and maybe make some kind of change or some kind of move with the aces. So get a new plan or use a new idea to... Some of you might have sleepless nights where you don't feel comfortable. Things seems to crumble a little bit around you. And those things that's haunting you during this sleepless night, take note, because these might be showing where you are supposed to go. Because we saw the receptivity, the Queen of Cups, and she was holding her hands up like this, and she's very she has a lot of emotion, so the news needs to be emotional, and so it might come through energies that's very painful, and you might feel like you have anxiety and life is totally uncomfortable, but it wants to shift your life and put attention on something that's important, so you don't miss out or lose something that you are supposed to have, or miss out on a chance or an opportunity. So if you're suddenly getting really worried about this job application that should be in a week, for example, and you can't sleep because of it, it might be that it would be a good thing if you could, send it in now. And if you're worrying about a call that you need to make, or if you're worrying something that is keeping you up and stressing you out a little bit, it's kind of a signal from the divine that pull your shit together and do this, because in other case you will not end up exactly where you were supposed to. It's like the divine wants you to push you to take some kind of chance, it looks. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in for a few seconds here to you and your situation. So this is your future there, and this is your now, and this is your past. And in the past here we have a celebration, so something nice that happened. Maybe you found like the same people thinking the same things as you, helping you along, like sisters or brothers, or like being in a tribe or in a context where people are working together towards the same goals, and they might be challenged. You might have been challenged, but you were challenged together, so it made it easier because you can share experiences and help each other along. So this was a good feeling, like finding people that were nice. Okay, and here we have the 7 stress in the reversed. So it seems like you need to really sort among the things that you're doing, so you're not overworking yourself. These things that freaks you out and keep you up at night, focus on those things and see if you can do a little bit less of the other things, because it might be that you need to push yourself right now. It's like through some kind of door, or some kind of chance or some kind of opportunity, or it's almost like a train that's about to leave the station and you need to be on it. And if you are working on, fixing dinner for everyone at the train station, you're not going to be able to catch the train. So it might be, and at the same time, you are doing this and you're totally exhausted. So you really need to sort among the issues at hand, the things that you are putting effort into. And here in the future we have schizophrenia, Two of Swords. So it seems like you will be faced with some kind of difficult choice that you need to make. Something where you will might need to sacrifice something that made you feel secure, like the ground underneath your feet, for example, and have some kind of free falling. For example, if you have a job you like, but you need to get a new one, or you're in a relationship that's kind of your comfort zone, but you're not really comfortable really there, so you might need to break up. Or it might also be that you want to get in connection with someone, but you have had a fallout, so you don't want to be the first one to take the step. So these kind of things where we really don't want to do the things we seem to be advised to do or guided towards doing, because we don't know really the consequence out of this and how we are going to feel when we have taken this decision. So we kind of postpone the decision a little bit, and it's almost like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. It might also seem like there's no real good options. For example, the job that you have is not a good option, but you don't see any like other opportunity either. So it might be those kind of boring situation as well. So the first card we have here is receptivity. So it's this Queen of Cups, and we had it together with this celebration. So it seems like you have really been able to tune into your own emotions, and maybe found like-minded people to tune in together on these same frequency emotions. So healing your emotions and being more able and receptive to understand yourself and understand energy strokes that comes, because it's like when an oil lamp is shining on your car, you don't want to just put like black tape over that and not see it. So the Queen of Cups are like that. It can be uncomfortable. You know, the oil lamp, it's scary. Something is wrong with the motor of your car, or there might be low of oil. Maybe I can't drive my car. Or maybe I need to immediately take it to the workshop instead of doing the things I was supposed to do. So it might freak you out or make you scared in some way. Turning on the light, seeing if it's a little bit better light, yes. But it's necessary to listen to this information that comes through. And it's friendly information, since we have also the Three of Cups there. But it doesn't feel particularly friendly because of the Tower. So this might be something that have recently happened to you, or it might be something that have happened further back in time. So it's like you were shaken or awakened to some kind of acute situation that needed your attention, and the divine needed to torment you a little bit with anxiety to make you wake up and see what was about to happen, or to see too that you were not missing the train, the destiny train that was on the station. And here we have new vision, and it comes in the reverse, so it's the Hangman. So it seems like you are being shown that certain things will have to go, like certain things will have to be sacrificed. You can't do it all. You're going to have to focus on a few things that needs your attention and not the other things. So you're going to have to put yourself to become more like an arrow than the marching band. Okay, so the marching band is this one. Okay, and here we have aloneness. So you feel very lonely in this decision. You feel almost abandoned. So it might be that you're not appreciated enough at your place of work, or in your relationship, or in this amazing group that you found, or these people that you felt so in tune with. So it's something that has started to feel very uncomfortable. But I'm thinking it's the divine wants to push you into the next level and make you do like more adjustments to your situation. Like you were on a plane here that was fine, and you have reached this with some thorough work with yourself, emotional and otherwise. But now you're here, the divine wants to push you even more to next level. So and this is uncomfortable and makes you feel very worried. And with the morality here, Queen of Swords, it doesn't seem like you're comfortable or you were comfortable at all. You just took this as hell is other people, the world is a dangerous place. You felt even more limited, and you are more limited, and it's because the divine is trying to push you through this door. It's almost like the mouth of a bottle. Like before it was like rather wide, you have a lot of opportunity, but it's getting more narrow, and now you're going through this neck of the bottle, and you don't like it one bit. You don't feel like this is not making me laugh. Anyway, you thought that you were supported, you thought that you have found the right place, the right people, the right situation, and suddenly it all not came down, but it was threatening, or it might have come down. You have both the tower and the hangman. I sense that you feel very betrayed and like let down, both by the divine and people in general. And you don't feel appreciated, and you feel like everything, if you want something for yourself, you're going to have to fix it for yourself. So it's a lonely feeling, and it's putting a lot of burdens of responsibility on you, making you probably not feeling that life is super giddy or happy at this moment. So this is in the now, what has led up to this. And we have on the Queen of Cups comes the Lovers card. And it shows again this with the choice. And I think as I saw with the previous near personal reading I did about your dreams, that divine is really trying to guide you towards your dream. And they don't want you to settle on any station and think that, okay, so this is my life now. They actually want you to push yourself forward through different difficult passages to be able to reach your dream. So the Lovers is also about making choices, important choices to make your life more happy and following your passion and things like this. And here we have Innocence in the reverse coming underneath the Thunderbolt, which is the Tower. So this is the Sun card. So it shows that you haven't really understood the message, and it's not your fault, but because if the message is a kick in the ass, you think that, oh, they don't love me, or I'm not appreciated anymore, or things isn't and nothing is really good at this time. So you don't understand that love wants to come knocking on your door, like love in all the shapes and forms. It can be love in the shape of money for you, or opportunities, success, partners, romantic partners, lovers, friends, family, things like this. So you seem to be in a little bit in the dark. So I'm thinking like this. There was a Zen story about a man that was a very wise man, lived outside the village, and everyone came to him and said that this person is so wise. They wanted to communicate with him, they wanted to ask him questions, but then he kind of fell out of fashion, and people stopped coming. But he said, in this story, he told, one day the world tells you are important, the next day the world tells you are not important. And I think this is what you need. You kind of need to put yourself in this position that now when the divine is trying to make you change course of direction, it might feel like the world is no longer thinking that you're important, or that the thing that you did was important. So it seems to be kicked to the curb or something. And try to accept this and just roll with it, because one day the world thinks you're important, and next day the world doesn't think you're important, and then it will think that you're important again, and nothing of this matters. It doesn't matter what the world think. And yes, it's good to have, a roof over your head and food. So if your boss don't think you are important anymore, it might feel really painful, and you don't understand the message that this is a message that's for your own good. You think that this is a disaster. This is something that is not good for you at all. So next card is Ripeness. So the divine here wants to test you in how mature you are, okay? So how mature you have become, and if you're able to understand these kind of messages without becoming too sad or too anxious or too upset or too much a martyr. We can see that it's connecting to the Hermit card. This is both 9, the Hermit, so it's connected to this Major Arcana card of the Hermit. So it shows a situation where you need to kind of be very strong on your own and to go to where your nose is pointing, where your passion is pointing, where you want to go, and not maybe listening so much to other people and their warnings and heeds, because you need to listen to yourself at this moment. The answers are inside yourself. And you need to be sure, you need to be like have this lead lump in your bottom. It's like this, they can be it's like a kid's toy. It can be a snowman or a teddy bear, but it's usually in plastic, and it's a lead weight in the bottom. And when you push the dolly, it's going to sway like this, but it's keeping its connection with this lead thing in the bottom. And that is the way you need to be at this moment, and not to become like hysterical or super anxious. When you become anxious, take the message from this. What is it that you're worrying about? Fix it. Put all your energy into fixing it, and then you can focus on the rest of the things, but start to do this most important thing, the oil lamp that's shining. Take care of that and don't care so much for anything else. And here we are the world. So the world seems to still think that you're important. It's going to wait for you when you have figured out what needs to be figured out. It might be also health needs to be taken care of. You might need to have a little bit retreat for yourself, where you might detox and cleanse your body, or start with some kind of program with meditation or yoga. And when you have understand that this is important, the world will be waiting for you. So you just need to do certain things that's necessary to put you in a better, more healthy place, so you will be ready for your new beginning. And the next card here is isolation. So it comes underneath the Queen of Swords. So the thoughts that comes up here during this process where you are pushed, it's going to show where you have your trauma. So for example, if your boss doesn't love you anymore, it might be pointing to your trauma, where you often feel like you are not worthy of love anymore. Like you can do the best, your best all the time, but then suddenly you are useless. And this might be like a trauma or something that have repeated throughout your life, and you have tried to mask it and not to feel it. And why it's happening again now, it's so that you will feel it, deal with it, and address it. You can't do so much about a person in authority not wanting you anymore, but you can become your own authority and take better care of you, and kind of be like this this Zen person I felt here. One day the world thinks you're important, the next day it thinks you're not important. The main thing is here that you are important to yourself, so you might need to work on this, to not abandon yourself and suddenly feel like your life is not worth living just because you can't multitask like this and make everyone love you or appreciate you. We can see this monkey here might be the divine, thinking like, oh, this can't go on for very long, so we might as well end this now. So making you sick or something, so you can't continue in the way you have done before. So it's very important that you focused on the things that's most important, that the oil lamp, the thing that scares you. Focus on that, fix that, get on top of that. Don't worry about what the world thinks of you. Take care of what you think of you, because this will heal you here. So don't let yourself fall into any kind of desperation where you will feel like your life is not valuable, or that what you're doing is not valuable, or you might lose faith in things. Try to support yourself in the way that you would have liked this, for example, this boss or your husband or your wife or your parent or your sister or your, whatever your situation you have. Be that kind of support that they failed to be for you. Be that support for yourself. Even be that support for you that divine failed to be. So be stronger than your problem. Make your problem small and easily fixed, and make yourself bigger, that you will be here when this sandstorm has blown away. You will still be here like the pyramids of Egypt. Okay, so your soul is eternal, and the life here that you are living, it's just like the dust in the wind, and then it will be gone anyway. So your soul is eternal. Whatever happens here, it's small sneezes, and it's like just small curves on the ocean that is you. So don't make the problem bigger than what it is, but deal with it. That's my advice. Okay, so this is your future. And we have success in the reverse, comes on the receptivity and the lovers. So I'm thinking the receptivity and the lovers is the way that you are in the world. We have, this is number 6 of wands. This is 6, the lovers, the major arcana card that this 6 is connected to. And then we have the queen of hearts, the queen of cups here. So I think that your solution for a lot of things is to put a lot of love in. And then you want a great result. But here it's pointing to that this is not going to give the great result. And I'm leaning towards thinking that supporting yourself will give the best result, not you supporting others, but supporting yourself, taking care of your car, that's your body, your oil level. The car is also how you travel to life, so the means of traveling, like the things that gives you success, for example. So your career, for example, or your way of living, your lifestyle is the car, and the oil lamp is shining. So take care of that. Don't give yourself away to everything. We also have this, it's like the same pattern a little bit here, that it's like this cone here with the body. So it's like you're so open. You're so open to, and maybe a little bit too vulnerable and too receptive to what the divine and what the world is thinking and wanting. And you need to sacrifice this and focus more solely on yourself. You're not going to lose this, the world. It's just how you are in the world is going to change when you are more able to take care of yourself in a way that the world will repeatedly fail to do, because it's how it's arranged. So it will repeatedly fail to do the things for you that you want it to do. So this with giving all the love to the world is not going to work as your survival mechanism. You are going to have to love and support yourself, which you are failing with a little bit. You want other people to love and cherish you, and you constantly feel disappointed and kind of you are withdrawing into yourself, but with a little bit of martyrdom. So try to not do that. You can do that for a while, crawl up in fetal position and feel sorry for yourself, but then you're going to have to rearrange that energy and feel okay. So I'm taking care of myself. I can deal with whatever comes. I won't let this throw me to the ground. I will keep on keeping on, and if something fails me, something else will be in its stead. And we can see here with the thunderbolt and the sun, it's very energetic here, so we'll see what will happen. And we have healing. So this situation is kind of rigged to be a little bit awful, so that you will be pushed into healing yourself and stop focusing on giving all the love to yourself, to the world, because you're not doing it unconditionally, really. You're doing it like you are kneeling as a beggar in front of the world. and you need to stop doing that. So that's why you need to focus on your love on yourself, so you would be solid, so you can be like this tree that's standing in the wind, or this little dummy or dolly with the lead bottom, that you have real good root system. So whatever happens, like whatever kind of wind blows or sandstorm, you will be able to stand firm and you will not fall. So that is how the divine wants to heal you, to make you into this tree with those great roots. And those great roots are built on your self-love and self-respect, and how you support yourself in a difficult situation, and not abandon yourself, and say to yourself, like, even if I'm without a job, even if I'm without these friends, I will make it. I will take care of myself. I will love and comfort myself in ways that makes me feel loved and comfort, and I will do happy things that will put a smile on my face. I will take really good care of myself when the world fails to do so. So this event is kind of wants to push you into this decision. Okay. And here we have understanding, which is the Page of Cups. This is King of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups. So it shows this, that you're starting to become your own emotional family, where you can, like the Holy Trinity, where you can really take care of yourself and have a great emotional balance inside of yourself, where your emotional caretaking system for yourself is very solid. And it comes underneath the Hangman and this ripeness, 9 of Pentacles, which is the very singles card. And this the Hangman, it's when we need to leave old stuff behind, even though we love them so much, so that we can spread our wings. Because it seems like you have folded your wings in like this big angel you are, to be able to live in the rooms of humanity. So you have taken down your wings so they wouldn't hit the ceiling. But you need to get rid of the ceiling and free yourself. So you can spread your wings, and you don't have to be in this prison that is other people's appreciation of you. Appreciate yourself, and let this love here shine through. And here we have Breakthrough, which is another serious Major Arcana card. We have this is 11, Justice, Breakthrough. We have 12, New Vision. 16, Tower, so they are kind of interesting. We also have Hermit and Lovers. That's Major Arcana. So this shows that you will have a big breakthrough, and you will become more solid in the world, more like you're standing on your own 2 feet. It's like jumping from an 11-story building, but you are not scared anymore. It's like in these dreams where we feel that we can fly. So when we feel that we can fly, it's when we have come to a stage where we have made our problems very small and ourselves bigger. So you can deal with whatever happens, and you will make amazing breakthroughs. It's this bottleneck again, which you are going through, and it might be something that you have not been able to do for many lifetimes, and it's happening here. So it's rather amazing. And it's also 9, 10, 11. So it's counting towards a big breakthrough. And then we have slowing down. So this whole shebang doesn't really have big demands on you. It's not telling you to work harder or improve yourself or become better. It's just talking about taking better care of yourself. You see this turtle, it can put itself inside its shell and withdraw its head and arms so the world can't get to it. And this is a little bit the same thing that you have done in the past. It's just that when you did it like this, you became the victim. Here you're just adapted to the circumstances on living on earth. Which is that you need to be able to take much better care of yourself. You need to be able to, be adventurous. You see this turtle is going to this rainbow and it's glittering, so it's adventures. So being able to be on the adventure, but being able to take it slow, take care of yourself, being mindful, enjoying, your journey through life, not stressing yourself out like this, but actually, enjoying every step. Being able to be taking time not only to earn money or to take care of the home or feeding all these people with dinner or whatever you did on this train station, but actually also just enjoying life and sitting in nature and smelling the roses or just smelling the air, whatever it brings. If it brings the smell of winter or spring or summer or fall, being there. So it's like the divine wanted to purge you a little, so you wouldn't run around like crazy to try to survive in the world, but actually start to live a little bit more in the world, and also taking much better care of yourself, and not just giving yourself to whatever situation or whomever, but actually being a little bit careful with how you invest yourself into situations, so you don't end up like this, between a rock and a hard place, because it's like I'm almost seeing two people here and no one is really supportive towards you, and you have forgotten that you can fly, that you can actually take yourself out of this stupid situation and take care of yourself, because you're so scared you think you can't, but you can. So this is about making like a home inside your body, and wherever you go you will be fine, even if you don't have a house anymore and no train is waiting anymore, and you're just sitting under evergreen in the forest while the rain is pouring down, and you're still being happy. And so there's a great mantra that comes from Eckhart Tolle, is from where I have heard it anyway, and it's enjoy in myself. So wherever you are, you can enjoy yourself, feeling joy inside yourself. So enjoy in myself. So when you feel like you don't enjoy at all being in yourself, think about this word, enjoy in myself. And see if it can, in the same way as gratitude, put you on a higher frequency where you don't hurt so much. You can also try, if you have areas where the oil lamp is shining very brightly and hurting you, because it might be a lot of anxiety and pain, you can actually put your hands on these spots, if you are able to, maybe before bedtime or when you're watching TV, or even when you drive your car, if you can have one hand on the steering wheel and maybe the other hand on wherever you have your anxiety or pain. So you can heal all your chakras with this kind of method as well. If you, for example, put your hand on your heart chakra or throat chakra or sacral chakra, or if it's somewhere that you have disease or some kind of pain, you can also do the same here. You can also find different rocks. I see the energies of rocks here in these. It's probably something else that it's meant, but for me it looks like rocks. You can take different rocks and put them on different places on your body. Like take a rock that's talking to you and just putting it, okay, say it hurts here. So, and then you feel, you feel if, okay, does this feel better? And no, it doesn't. Maybe putting it here instead. Yeah, now it feels fine. So you can do this to help yourself and your system. So to keep yourself in balance through this little bit of adjustment that your system is being forced to do. So helping yourself a little bit, okay, during this. It's a lot about self-nourishment and taking care of self and being able to enjoy yourself. Like if you can enjoy the inside of your body, it will not really matter how the outside look. There's also a man called the Iceman. I saw a documentary on him the other day, and my friends have been talking about him for a couple of years, and I have tried some of his methods, and it's the Iceman is talking about putting yourself in a meditative state, and then also putting yourself in in the elements of weather, like cold, putting yourself in, so your body will be kind of challenged and then all your system would be on alert, and you will function on your best level, and you will be able to enjoy in yourself, even if you're sitting in the midst of frozen snow or on a frozen lake without any clothes, you will be able to enjoy in yourself. And this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Whatever the outside circumstances, you will be fine. So you can survive in the Antarctica without food and water and shelter, and you will be fine. So it's kind of a high level alert, alert. It's alert. Sorry, I don't know why, but that's the word they want to use. So rest and rejuvenation. So it works well with this 7 stress card. So I'll read this card for you. This is your final advice for this reading. So it will be like something that I might have missed out on communicating on. So this is an important thing. Relaxation and meditation. This card shows a man in a meditative and tranquil state. The message here is that it's time to relax. Like you can sit like this in the snow. You may have been busy lately, but you should soon be finding more time to just let go. When you do, allow yourself to go within and open up to the peace and wisdom that are vibrating there. This card upright indicates that there should be more leisure time for you now and more of an opportunity to engage in peaceful thinking. So make this a priority. Your connection to spirit brings great assistance, but it can only be achieved through regular relaxation and meditation. Now is a great time to make sure you insert this gentle activity into your daily life. In many ways, this is far more productive than unceasing action. So don't run around like, crazy. Just do the things that's absolutely necessary, and in the rest of the time, you use a lot of time to meditate and be in mindful state, be in nature. I make relaxation a part of my daily life. Peace and quiet bring me clarity and joy. Enjoying myself, I might add there. Okay, so my dear ones, I hope this was helpful. And if you need more information or clues after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Aquarius or Pisces season that is up, or the pick a card readings and their personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click my little Queen of Cups icon there and you will come to this first page. And you'll see different readings there that can clarify your situation. I also want to welcome you back to my love readings for Aries season that I will perform in the end of February. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.